What is next for Alexander Volkov? While debating Jailton Almeida, what is next for him? We should get the winner of Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane #2. Now, let's say Tom Aspinall beats Cyril Gane and he goes on to fight Alexander Volkov once again. Well, I got Tom Aspinall winning this fight, and this is going to be an easy fight for Tom Aspinall since Tom Aspinall is a way better striker, wrestler, grappler, has swimmer speed and power. I can see Tom Aspinall taking down Alexander Volkov and submitting him once again. I can also see Tom Aspinall catching Alexander Volkov and knocking him out. There's just no way Alexander Volkov beats Tom Aspinall. Now, let's say Cyril Gane beats Tom Aspinall somehow and he goes on to fight Alexander Volkov for a third time. Well, I got Alexander Volkov winning the trilogy because in their last fight, Alexander Volkov showed that his striking, wrestling, and grappling is just way too much for Cyril Gane. I can see Alexander Volkov land some great shots and kicks, dominating on the ground and taking it by decision. The only way Cyril Gane wins this fight is if he puts a ton of pressure on Alexander Volkov, outlands Alexander Volkov, and takes it by decision, which is very possible as we have seen in their last two fights.
Now let's talk about this fight because I got it right. I don't care what the judges scored it, as everybody can agree that Jailton Almeida definitely won this fight. This has to be one of the biggest robberies ever. Just because Alexander Volkov got robbed against Cyril Gane, that doesn't mean that the UFC just has to give him this win. And I know that Jailton Almeida won because in round one, he took Volkov down and he was in control. Yes, Volkov managed to get the upper hand and he started doing some damage, which arguably gave him the round. But rounds 2 and 3 were definitely Jailton Almeida's, as he took Volkov down and he was in control throughout the whole entire rounds. Yes, the fight was boring. Yes, Jailton Almeida wasn't really advancing to anything. And yes, he wasn't doing too much damage, but that doesn't mean that he lost the fight. So honestly, this sucks because Alexander Volkov is going to move on to fight the winner of Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane, which is going to be pointless because stylistically, Jailton Almeida does stand a better chance because realistically, Volkov is just another striker, but Jailton Almeida can take guys down and control them on the ground. And I would have loved to see Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gane deal with the style like that. But let's say Alexander Volkov doesn't get the winner of Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane and he has to fight somebody else. Well, he could go on to fight either Curtis Blades or Sergey Pavlovich, since both are right behind him in the ranks, which I believe Alexander Volkov easily beats Sergey Pavlovich by doing the same thing that he did in the first fight, which is fight smart, control the range, and just outland and outperform Sergey Pavlovich. So I got him winning that fight. But against Curtis Blades, it could end up looking a lot different and it could end up being a lot closer, as Curtis Blades could end up doing a good job of going back and forth on the feet and mixing up the wrestling. But I still believe Alexander Volkov will come out on top because he's been improving a lot and he's just been performing really well.